Alright, so this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius. And for the Sagittarius that I'm reading for today, I'm seeing that you are on the precipice of a new beginning with something pretty exciting, but you could be having some doubts around this. So that's what this reading is going to be about. But before I dive deeper into the energies today, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for receiving this reading. If you would like a personal reading, I love to do personal readings. We can dive deeper into what's going on for you. If you're interested, you can email me in the description box down below. And if this reading resonates with you, please take a second to like and subscribe, as that helps me out a lot. So let's see what we have going on for you, Sagittarius. Your overall energy for the reading today is the Eight of Cups. And today I'm seeing that as you stepping into new beginnings and sort of all of the joys and challenges that come along with those new beginnings and what it means to really open up that cycle. So let's take a look at that Eight of Cups. As you step into this new beginning, you are leaving something significant behind, but it's sort of giving that energy of as one door closes, another opens, as one chapter closes, another begins. And that's kind of exactly the energy that you're bringing here with the Knight of Cups, the Lovers, and the Five of Cups. Your heart is opening up to something significant, but you're also grieving whatever it was in the past that had to close out. I'm kind of seeing it as very intense soul connections that you are moving through, coming to an end, and then also something new opening up at the same time. And so there's a lot that you're processing out in order to create space for something new. There could be some disappointments attached to whatever happened in the past that could be kind of carrying forward as you move into the new energy. But either way, a chapter is closing out and something else is beginning, with the World card coming out. And Spirit's kind of affirming, you can leave behind whatever isn't serving you in order to step into your heart space, into that loving, open energy that we love to see with new beginnings. And there's a lot of reassurance here from your spiritual team that you are on the right track. You're doing everything very well, and you have protection and support from the spiritual realm. So let's take a look at what's going on for you with the Ace of Pentacles. For the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Page of Cups, Temperance, and the Four of Swords. There's this feeling of, I know that something's going to open up for me, but I don't know exactly when or what it's going to be. And taking some time to rest before this new beginning, and then not really being sure with, okay, what is coming next and how is it all going to kind of balance out. Let's take a look at that Two of Swords for you. The Devil, the Star, the Chariot. You're showing me that you have pretty high hopes for yourself and for your life. You may hold yourself to high standards or just kind of have high expectations for what you're going to achieve in this lifetime. And at times with the Devil there, you could get a little ahead of yourself, or you could get kind of bogged down kind of with those expectations. But I do see you balancing out that energy with the Six of Pentacles here. For the Six of Pentacles, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands. You're putting in a lot of effort towards whatever it is that you're opening up to. You're showing me there could be a specific idea or set of ideas that you see them, you feel them, you get excited for them, and you say, okay, I'm going to put my energy into this. And again, at times you could be a little bit stressed about the pace of things, about working towards things, and really the way that feels like success to you. There's something about that. But when you get out of your head, I do see you sort of opening up to, whatever it is that is meant for you. Let's take a look at your current energies. I got a lot going on here. My cat is asking for attention, and you might hear my partner making cookies in the other room. Alright. You're showing me a lot of excitement towards whatever you're manifesting, a lot of energy for that, and it flows naturally from you. This could be something you're really passionate about, something that makes you really happy. Let's take a look. The Three of Wands, the Lovers, the Justice card. There's someone alongside you, a partner, a mentor. For many of you, I am seeing it as being romantic, and you could have felt like you were waiting for this person or for their support for a long time. And now that it's here, you're like, yes, this feels good. I'm going to move forward in this direction. Whatever it is that you've been manifesting or that you've been trying to make happen for yourself, it could feel more aligned with this person's support, and you could feel sort of this gust of energy or inspiration towards whatever your goals are. And I see you heading right off towards that. The manifestation energy here is very strong, and I see you having a lot of confidence when you're in a good place with it, and then other times kind of wondering, is this right for me? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? What is sort of my purpose here? And so you do have a little bit of doubt there. The Five of Swords energy is also coming through. Let's take a look at the Five of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Five of Wands. There are times when you doubt yourself, you question yourself. You're packing some pretty heavy energies here with the Lovers, the Justice card, the Hierophant. Whatever this is feels like very strong life path energy. You're really aligning with yourself, with some sort of spiritual destination. And every so often, those parts of you that do have doubts, the Page of Wands, Page of Swords, kind of inner child energies, the energies that kind of question, like, what am I really doing here? At times they open up and you kind of struggle with, am I doing everything the right way and all of that. I think this is a good time to talk about your oracle cards. You have the Dream, the Miser, and Silence. So you have this dream, you have this manifestation, you are kind of moving towards it just by visualizing it, just by making space for it in your energy. But the challenge for you is to silence the part of you that worries that everything's going to go wrong, or that worries that you're not going to be enough or have enough. Spirit's saying, don't let that part of you overrule and override everything else. With the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you do run the risk of kind of letting that energy take over and run you into the ground with all of those worries and all of those fears. Your challenge here with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles is to take this to the next level in your life and to kind of see through whatever work and effort this takes to make this happen in the real world. And you do have some conflict sort of around doing that with the Five of Wands. Let's take a look at the Five of Wands, the King of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Whatever this is, it requires you to have like a singularity of vision and to just move towards this almost without doubt. And it has to come from a place of intuition and passion and feeling really aligned and feeling really confident and stepping into that fiery Sagittarius energy. But there may be times where you don't know exactly what's going to happen next, or you don't have the logical, rational reassurance that, yeah, everything's going to work out, and your energy gets kind of tangled up there, and I see, your natural fire energy kind of getting put out. And so it's really important that you maintain your momentum, and that you keep moving forward, even if at times you feel confused or unsure. Try to silence the part of your mind that has those doubts and that presents that conflict, that tangled sort of energy. Let's take a look at the Nine of Pentacles for you. The Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. You're kind of holding on to an old way of doing things or an old way of seeing things, possibly feeling like you have to handle everything alone, or like everything's going to be a struggle, or everything's kind of an uphill battle. And that's an obstacle within itself that you kind of have to move through, is this feeling of everything is always a struggle. And also, again, there's this energy of sort of starting over, and you have a lot of spiritual support as you start over. But if there's any part of you that kind of lingers in the past or worries about things that happened in the past, Spirit's saying you have to let those chapters come to a close so that you can be fully present in this current chapter. For the Queen of Pentacles, we get the Seven of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, there's things that need your attention, things you need to kind of put your energy towards here to make things happen on that next level, that next part of your path. And I see you being pretty blocked by some limiting beliefs there. That could come from the past. And those are those things that need to cycle out. And once they do cycle out, I do see you kind of stepping into your power more concretely and nothing really standing in your way. What is that limiting belief specifically? The World, the King of Swords, the Two of Cups. It has something to do with things that other people told you or ideas that other people told you, beliefs about yourself that might not be true, that might have kept you from kind of seeing yourself clearly. And it's something about defining yourself outside of how other people see you and really doing things in your own way, at your own pace, and in your own style. You might be someone who's really unique, or the way that you find success is really unique, and it's about getting in touch with your own rhythms, your own patterns, and following the beat of your own drum rather than paying attention to other people. You are showing me you're very well aware of what needs to be cycled out. It looks like some type of connection or some people in your life in the past who kind of took you away from yourself, and you're in this process of reconnecting to yourself and your own way of doing things. And I see you still have a little bit more work to do in terms of disconnecting from what other people thought of you or what other relationships kind of put in your pathway. For some of you, you could be feeling like a little bit alone, or why do I always have to move on from connections? Why can't I take those connections with me in the current energy? And the reason is because you're stronger by yourself. There were lessons you had to learn from those connections, but now this next leg of your journey, it's a little bit more individual. Let's get 3 cards of advice from the universe. We have the Star, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Cups. The advice is pay attention to how people make you feel and if other people are contributing to your vision, to your path. And be discerning. If people are distracting you, if they are making you doubt yourself, pay attention to how that's making you feel, and is it worth it? Is it contributing to you? Is it contributing to your goal? Because you do have a goal here, Sagittarius, possibly multiple goals, and it's important that you really lock in and focus on what that is, and that you don't let other people distract you. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope this helps. I hope this resonates, and I'll see you next time.